You know, most people think that faith means believing in something. That to have faith, you must hold firmly to certain ideas, certain dogmas, certain statements about God, the universe, and your place in it. But I want to suggest to you that this is precisely not what faith is. In fact, the person who clings most tightly to belief may have the least faith of all. Faith is not clinging. It is not holding on. It is not gripping desperately to ideas like a man drowning, trying to clutch the water as if it was solid. Faith is letting go. When you swim, you don't grab hold of the water. You trust yourself to it. You float because you relax. You let the water support you. And the moment you stiffen, the moment you panic and try to grasp it, you sink. So too with faith. Faith is a state of openness, of trust in the process of life itself, of being carried by something vast, something immeasurable, something you cannot grasp or even define. But this is a frightening prospect for many. The mind desires security, and belief provides that. Belief wraps reality into tidy packages, gives names to the nameless, explanations to the inexplicable. But true faith, the faith that the great mystics speak of, begins where belief ends. It arises when we surrender the need to define, to control, to explain, and instead rest in the infinite mystery of what is. And so, let us walk together into this mystery, not to accumulate more beliefs, but perhaps to finally let them go. You see, what we are speaking about here is not merely a set of ideas, not a philosophy to be adopted, or a system of doctrines to be believed in. It is rather an experience, or more precisely, experiencing. Faith is something that operates deep in your being, in your bones, as it were, not simply in your mind. It's not an opinion you hold. It's not a conclusion you've reached. It's a way of being, of relating to the world. And curiously, much of Western religion has inverted this. In many traditions, particularly Christianity as it developed, enormous emphasis has been placed on correct belief. Do you accept the right dogmas, the right doctrines? Are you saying the right words about God? Because you are saved, not by works, but by faith. Yet ironically, that faith has often been reduced to mere belief, the mental acceptance of certain statements as true. But belief, in this sense, is fragile. It must be defended. It is always in danger of being contradicted, disproven, challenged. That is why belief often leads to fanaticism. Because it clings so tightly to its ideas, it fears anything that might threaten them.